In this video, I'll be sharing the exact system that I used to grow a SaaS startup to over 100,000 monthly high-intent views and eventually 200,000 users. I will share each and every little secret that I have on how to build, manage, and scale a video production team and system that not only will help you produce 2 big, killer, high-quality videos every single week, but also that will help you activate your users, bring new ones, and increase the lifetime value. In this video, we're exploring exactly that. Let's dive in. First, how do you know that this system even works? Well, I've done it. I've grown the YouTube channel for Bardeen to over 100,000 high-intent monthly viewers. And there's a huge misconception about video marketing as a whole. People think that YouTube is meant to bring them new customers, new users, and it's always competing with tons of other channels that bring you users, right? But there's something really important that most people really miss out on, and that's user activation. People need to understand how your product works, where to click, how to be successful with it, how to get them from point A to point B. They need to understand. This is what video marketing is for. Hi again, my name is Renat, and I want to share a little bit of context. I started my journey in technology a long while back. The first project that I worked on was a delivery app. Yes, an app, remember those? And then this crazy billionaire venture capitalist, Tim Draper, invited me to his acceleration program in the Silicon Valley. Shortly after, I found myself on Richard Branson's Necker Island. I couldn't believe it. And in conversation with unicorn founders from companies like Airbnb, Lyft, and others. But my startup, it wasn't working, and I wasn't technical to pull it off. So I switched gears into the real sector where cash is king. I started a marketing agency for thought leaders such as Steven Kotler, and then started a 7-figure education business. Now that I had the marketing skills, I still didn't know much about tech. So I joined my friend's startup, a workflow automation tool called Bardeen, when there was no product or users. So I saw it from the very, very beginning, and I was tasked with getting the first users. I did everything under the sun. I even bribed the first users with donuts. I onboarded over 200 people manually and experimented a bunch. First, the blog kicked off, bringing us over 100,000 monthly visitors. Then we did the product hunt launch, and it became one of the top product hunt launches ever, which led us to raising $15.3 million. But you know the interesting thing? At the end of the day, when we looked at all of the data, what was the highest converting channel? YouTube. Turns out that some of the most successful SaaS companies leverage video. Webflow, for example, valued at over $4 billion, is a website builder, and video was a massive part of their success.
You can publish your entire .com with the press of a button.
To be clear, it's 2 buttons. 2.
With the press of 2 buttons.
You see, it's a very technical product, and without user education, you can't possibly expect users to figure out how Webflow works on their own, even with heavy written documentation. Video is not a thing that Webflow did for vanity metrics or for founder satisfaction. It was the key component to activate and retain users. Another great example is Ahrefs, the leading SEO tool. And according to the Ahrefs founders, they focus on just 2 things and pretty much nothing else: great product and killer content marketing. With over 400,000 subscribers on YouTube, Ahrefs is a thought leader in the super competitive SEO space. Great video content is bringing them thousands of paying customers directly and more through word of mouth. Then Slidebeam, they make video content for their ICP founders. They may not have the world's best product, but they definitely got the awareness. A huge part of their growth strategy came from YouTube. Okay, sounds good. Video for SaaS companies has all of these amazing benefits that we've explored, but there are tons of startups that are trying to crack video, and well, it's not working. Carta, $8.5 billion valuation, the cap table startup. Tons of videos, great production quality, but something is missing. My favorite example is Synthesia, $1 billion valuation, the AI video generation platform. They were getting just a few hundred views on those AI-generated videos, and none of that cutting-edge tech could help them. Oh yeah, and they just hired a talking head, so AI was probably not pulling it off for them. So if you do decide to go after video, how do you make sure you do not end up at the same spot? Let's take a look at content strategy. As a SaaS company, you will need 2 primary types of videos: the product tutorial videos and the awareness videos, best visualized in the bow tie funnel. First, let's plug the holes with product videos. They're definitely the low-hanging fruit. They go over how to use your product and explain the features. Most people start out on the left side of the bow tie funnel, focusing on getting more users. But the problem is you have tons of other channels that are bringing in users, and if you do not activate them properly, then, well, it's not going to work all that well. Here's an example of an onboarding funnel. And as you can see, at this stage, at designing the hero section, this is where tons of people drop off. This seems to be a great area for a product tutorial. And here's how Webflow does it. From a homepage, people create an account, then they go through a discovery questionnaire, and then they're thrown right into the builder, where they're asked to build a layout. And guess what? Here's a video explaining exactly how to do this. They also show how to add space between elements with a quick video. And once they learn how to use the product and design the first few sections on the website, boom, they're thrown here where they can pick a plan. To recap, product tutorial videos focus on the right side of the bow tie funnel, and it's going to be way easier to activate twice as many users as to bring twice as many users into your funnel in the first place. You find the activation gaps and can plug the holes with the videos. Out of everything you can do video-wise, plugging in the activation holes in the funnel is the key. Now let's jump into the awareness type videos. Here I have Ahrefs video funnel. It starts with attract. ChatGPT is everywhere, so if you do any type of SEO, you probably will watch this video. At the nurture stage, they have content writing course that creates a problem. We need to know what to write about. Guess what? They go to Ahrefs homepage and there it is, video that explains how the product works. Okay, people are sold on the value, they've created an account. Now it's time for them to learn how to actually use the tool. Well, guess what? There is an official Ahrefs tutorial. Then they have more in-depth, tighter avatar-focused videos that will turn a user into paid user and eventually into a brand ambassador or an evangelist. By the way, this is where community videos and webinars go. From here, you can go ahead and brainstorm 10 product tutorial videos and 10 awareness videos that will go into your content strategy. And keep in mind your product analytics, your ideal customer persona, and of course the search volume, which you can look up on Ahrefs. Now what? You actually need to get those videos created. There is script writing, packaging, sound design, editing, review cycles, post-production. Let me simplify everything for you. I'm going to show you a Notion content production system that big YouTubers with millions of subscribers use, also big production agencies use, and you can use as well. I wish I had access to this when I was starting out. Let's start with the Ideas tab in your video content dashboard. This is where all of the ideas that you brainstormed earlier are going to go. Then we have a content pillar. You can probably break down your niche into subcategories, also known as content pillars in the SEO game. And there are a few things that you want to do in order to evaluate how good the idea is and how well it's going to do. First, you can go on YouTube and type in some keywords to see how well other videos are doing. And you can click here if it's doing poorly or here if it's doing really well. Then there are some trends, for example, some artificial intelligence videos that have been popping up. Everybody is kind of discussing it, so the general public is very interested in the topic. Then we have the excitement level over here. The reason it's really important is that the more excited the people are about recording a video on the topic, probably the better it's going to perform as well. The more research they're going to do, so it's very important. That's why I included this part over here. We have the quality of the competition. So you look at all of the videos on YouTube for this topic and you see how good their videos are. Can you outrank them? Can you do something better? Then comes the effort level. Is this a difficult video to record? Do you have all of the materials ready? And then you mark one of these three. Then we have your topic expertise. Are you a domain expert or you're just kind of like dabbling around? The more expertise you have, obviously the more people are going to listen because you have that trust. I usually have another column that speaks about how well this specific video and the audience who is going to be watching this video likely to convert into paying users. So you add all of your ideas here and then pick the most promising ones. Once you picked an idea, it goes to the content board. So from an idea, it's going to go either to backlog or to the ready stage. Backlog is for some time in the future. Maybe you're releasing a new feature and it's not ready yet, but you want to make this video, it's going to go to the backlog, or if it's ready to be created, you can click on ready. Let's go back to our content board over here, and here we have the rest of the stages that I'd like to walk you through. We have the writing stage, the recording stage, then many videos are going to be ready to be edited, but they're not yet in editing. That's what happens when you have a big backlog. Some videos are actively being edited. Then we have this editing feedback cycle where you can add your comments on how to improve the video, the editing, etc. Then you schedule the video and get it published. Let's go back to our demo video over here. Then you have a bunch of additional fields, such as when the video is going to be recorded. That's going to show up in your recording calendar. Same for publishing right there. This is your publishing calendar. Who's going to edit the video? Who's going to write the video? You have your priority, final link to the YouTube video, the review link, and the Google Drive link that has all of the footage. That's the high-level overview. And here we have a pre-built template. Let's click on it. Before getting into script writing, let's understand what the video is about. This is where you input the core concept. Let's imagine that we are a real estate CRM company, and the video that you want to record is Best Real Estate CRM over here. The traffic is pretty low, but it's still very high intent. It's probably going to do pretty well in activating users. So for the core concept itself, I probably don't want to go through all of the different CRMs, and instead I want to show people how to choose a Best Real Estate CRM. So for people who are looking for a real estate CRM, here is how to pick the best one for them. This is just the concept. This will guide the rest of the script. Ideally, you add the big claim of what people can get out after watching this video. For example, the CRM that helps me close $100 million a year in real estate deals. We have the key questions that need to be answered in this video, such as why do I need a CRM in the first place, or how would I use one, or are real estate CRM specifically any different from the conventional ones? So you keep going down that list, and then we arrive at title ideas. This is extremely important for awareness type videos that are going to bring you traffic, and you want to package the videos beforehand, before you even write the script, just to make sure that this is something that people would actually be interested clicking on. You put a combination of your thumbnail and title ideas. And by the way, there is a long 1.5 hour video about the Benz framework by Film Booth from Ed. It's absolutely exceptional. So if you want to look more into this, I'm going to leave a link down below. Okay, it's time for us to take a look at the script, and it's extremely easy. On the left side, in this column, you have the here column. Here is the script. For example, in this video, I'll show you how to pick a real estate CRM, and then in the C column, those are the editing notes. It is what is happening on the screen. You can say something like, add the logos of the most popular CRMs for real estate floating around. So you write the rest of your script over here. You can also insert some research ideas. This can be facts, data, automations, resources, something that you can take a closer look into. Then there's the shot list. Depending on the types of videos that you record, you will have the A-roll. So this is A-roll right now. And then there's some B-roll of you like walking around or interviewing somebody, the little close-ups that are going to really elevate your video and put it to the next level. So you can just insert those here. For screen shares for SaaS, usually do not have much B-roll, but you can. Then you have your editing notes. This is usually when I fire up Loom and walk through the footage, walk through the script, and help the video editor to understand what's going on in the video so they can deliver better results. You can also explore the recording calendar where you have all of the videos that are to be created. We also have the publishing calendar, so you know exactly when the videos are going to go live. In the Done tab, you will obviously see everything that has been published, and I have a separate board, not to pollute the main one, to create shorts. Shorts are way easier to create, and you can make a lot of them, and those are mainly awareness videos and not those product tutorials or conversion videos. By now you might be thinking, why don't we have our marketing team do all of this video stuff? To answer this question, I'm going to pass the mic to the one and only, the man, the legend, the biggest YouTuber alive.
It's much easier to get 5 million views on one video than 100,000 views on 50 videos.
So if you've passed the product market fit stage, you probably do not want to offload this to your marketing team unless it's their core expertise, or, well, you'll end up with something like this.
You can see right here, I did a LinkedIn search for about 1,600 results. Ideally, you want to get that number down to around 1,000. So,
not to say that it will probably distract them from everything else that they're working on marketing-wise. So you probably need a dedicated person, or even better, a team. Here's how your dream team is going to look like. You first start out with a talent, somebody on camera, the talking head. This is in the priority list. Without the talking head, you cannot get the videos created. And then you have the editor. A typical video, the ones that you're looking at, probably takes around 40 hours to edit. It takes so much longer than you expect. If you're making some basic videos and you do not really care about post-production and fancy editing, it can take, I know, 5 hours or so. Ideally, you do not have the talking head edit the videos, because to edit them well, you need to know how to do this and you need to have a lot of time. So it's better that the talking head does the talking, the editor does the editing. Up next, you have the freelance designer. They're going to create those beautiful thumbnails. This is where a lot of people go wrong. Thumbnails are so important. This is what makes people click on the video. Again, unless you're doing product tutorial videos. Those are quite easier to hire for. You can just go on Upwork. And finally, if you want to really scale your production, then you will have probably multiple editors. But for the talking head, you want to give that person back a little bit of time, and you can have an additional, say, script writer who's going to come in, who's going to do all of the nitty-gritty research and help them put together a script. And by the way, you can turn this script into blog posts, into tweets, into LinkedIn posts, and so much more. So having that writer is going to do magic for your entire content mechanism overall. Video for tech companies is great. More customers, higher activation, LTV, NPS, and a better connection with your audience. But it is a lot to figure out. As a SaaS company, yes, you can create an in-house video creation team, but you're probably better off figuring out the product or developing other marketing channels. At my company, Represent, we do all of this stuff for you, completely turnkey, from creating a content plan to identifying those product gaps that I showed you earlier. If you do not feel like going through the hustle of building your video content production team, work with us. The chances are you will get what you need faster, super high quality, and you can keep your focus. Down below, you'll find a link to schedule a strategy session with me, where we're going to design the exact video content plan for your unique startup. No strings attached. If you love what we do and if your company qualifies, we'd love to work with you. No matter what, you're going to walk away with an actionable plan to crush it with video. Cheers. Oh, and if you consider scheduling call just now, this proves that videos work, and would be happy to do the same for your company.